Hey, Midelity here. Today is a different day, as basically I've been working on a ragdoll animation system through a couple of YouTube videos for the next review that I'm doing on Heretic's Fork. And in the meantime, that took all the time it was of that entire week and more, as I did schedule ahead of videos to try to finish this animation on time, but it's not going to happen at a quality level that I would like it to be for at least a learning experience. So now I wanted to talk about the Video Game Awards of 2025 and two things that I really liked: Control Resonant and Nagoshi Studios' Game of the Dragon. Now with Control Resonant, I've actually played the first Control only very recently and also played the first Alan Wake very recently. So when it came to the hiss and whispers that I would hear of how the game's story was really confusing, I would kind of agree, yes, but also disagree. I think Control's story is pretty simple, actually. Not a lot of stuff actually goes on besides some big beats that are in a cinematic to show you what's going on. And so with Control Resonant and where it's going, it's actually extremely up on my list. The idea that they're changing it to a more melee-focused combat system, but with still the same hover flying mechanics as the first one, it seems, incredibly intrigues me. And the story seems to be kind of heading to an area that might link to Alan Wake potentially. But from what I know from Alan Wake 1 and Control and the DLC of Control, it feels like we are aiming towards a climax of some sort, which is really exciting. This is the only franchise I can think of that is this weird and has a universe that isn't just connected via Easter eggs, especially knowing how different the genre of gaming sometimes feels like. So the fact that this is coming out in 2026 almost makes me forget about Firebreak FBC, but I'm not fully forgetting that one, but I almost forgot about it. Next is Nagoshi Studio. I am most likely going to be doing some type of Yakuza video in the future. May it not be gaming or but food related. And the idea that the creator of Yakuza is going into his own studio that had a trailer made by a CGI company that I actually really like. I recommend checking out their work. Super impressive. And because I'm such a big 3D animator guy, I'm super into that type of space and it's very interesting to me. The idea that we're getting a brawler potentially, or even better, a spiritual successor to maybe Sleeping Dogs, one of my favorite games of all time, is something I really look forward to. But I don't necessarily think there's even going to be vehicles in the game, even though they hinted to it as the fact that if we're in Kabukicho, just like the Yakuza games, driving in those narrow ass streets makes no sense to me. So we'll have to see where that goes, but I digress. The fact is though, I got a lot of good games from the Video Game Awards show that were announced for me personally. I think a lot of other people did too, with FOTOR and the new Mega Man that's coming out, Dual Overdrive. But with that though, this video is light, just talking a little bit about this, and I will see you a day before Christmas on Christmas Eve with the new review. I hope you get good rest, I hope you get good sleep, and I will see you again when I have something interesting to share with you. Peace.